Our fishermen have risen with the sun and are ready to face the day with its uncertainties. Kings in their boats, masters of the ocean, really are they? Can anyone hear him? When will help arrive? Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could rewrite the scenario? Just press a magic button and the rescue fleet arrives. Every day all along India's 5,650 kilometer long coastline, thousands of fisher folk set sail to see what the ocean will throw up into their nets. They use their skill and their knowledge of the sea to extract the maximum from this bountiful but temperamental provider. But the ocean also has moods that even the most experienced fishermen cannot predict, and thus tragedies are frequent. According to the 13th International Congress on Circumpolar Health, approximately 26,500 fishing-related fatalities occur annually across the world. In India, the Coast Guard bears the main onus of responding to distress signals and carrying out rescue operations, and they have realized the inadequacy of conventional SOS transmitters. What is needed is a transmitter that is so powerful that its distress alert can be picked up no matter where the boat is stranded. At the same time, the transmitter has to be small enough to be carried easily, be resistant to the marine environment, and it should not sink also.
One of the unique developments what we have done in the recent past is a disaster alert transmitter which has been developed using the modern technology of communication and GPS. We have our INSAT satellite series which are orbiting in the geostationary orbit. The disaster alert transmitter is able to send the signal to the satellite which relays to the relevant ground stations, and using the position information as well as the alert generated by such transmitters, the relief operators could reach to the spot. Especially for the fisherman community, this is going to be a big boon.
The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, rose to the occasion and delivered the goods. With technical know-how provided by Space Applications Center, SEC, Ahmedabad, came forth the Distress Alert Transmitter, the answer to the fishermen's needs.
Distress Alert Transmitter is an innovative instrument built by the Space Applications Center using the two modern space technologies, space communication and space navigation, to help the fishermen in distress. This is a very inexpensive, innovative example of the use of space technology to help the fishermen.
The deceptively simple piece of equipment does not require any great skill to operate. In an emergency, the fisherman just has to press a single button. That's all. Whatever the situation, fire, a medical emergency, a sinking boat or a man overboard, the graphics show him which button to press. No panic, just one button on the distress alert transmitter. Basically, the transmitter or the DAT consists of an antenna, a GPS receiver, a transmitter and a battery pack. When the emergency button is pressed, the GPS receiver gets the position of the transmitter and ultimately the message goes to the antenna. The antenna now sends the signal to India's own INSAT-3A satellite. The satellite has a data relay transponder that uses the extended C-band to send the emergency signal to the central receiving station. This central hub station is located at the Coast Guard Eastern Regional Office at Chennai, which houses the Marine Rescue Coordination Center (MRCC). Here the monitor is continually manned and displays a map showing the exact location of the vessel with its coordinates. It also displays the time of activation, the boat ID, and the type of emergency. Simultaneously, an alarm rings at the Coast Guard hub station. Initially, for the first 5 minutes, the alarm rings and the display appears every minute. After that, the message appears once every 5 minutes for 24 hours or until the stop alert button is pressed at the Coast Guard station. Once the distress alert is received by the Coast Guard, the nearest station is contacted and help is rushed to the vessel in distress.
We had received one distress alert from your boat.
So we have a message from MRCC Chennai about a fishing boat bearing.
The helo will come, drop a person onto the boat, then we will reach him up.
Thus, the Coast Guard has the dual responsibility of handling the hub station as well as coordinating and carrying out rescue operations. The small but effective piece of equipment has already been distributed to many fishermen. As we can see, they have found it to be a lifesaver.
Now, boat owner. எங்கள் போட்டு வந்து கடலுக்கு போச்சுன்னா வந்து திரும்பி வர்றது என்ன எந்த ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் இல்லை. அப்படி எதனா ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இருக்கணும்னா இந்த வாக்கி டாக்கி தான். வாக்கி டாக்கியும் பேட்ரி ஃபெயிலியர் ஆகிடுச்சுன்னா எங்களுக்கு இந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட் இப்போ கொடுத்துருக்க இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்டு கவர்மெண்ட்டில் கொடுத்துருக்க இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்டு எந்த பட்டன் அமுத்தாலும் அது வந்து உடனே வந்து அதுலேருந்து ஒரு ஃபயர் வந்து வெளியே தெரிவுபடுத்திடும் எங்கே இருக்கான்ட்டு. உடனே நேவி கோஸ்ட் கார்டு வந்து எங்களுக்கு வந்து உதவி பண்ணுவாங்க. அதுக்காக இந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்டு நல்ல எங்களுக்கு யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது.
6 பேர் தொழிலுக்கு போகிறோம். ஃபஸ்ட்லாம் பயமாக இருக்கும். இப்போ வந்து அந்த கவர்மெண்ட்டில் அந்த இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட் கொடுக்குறதுனால அது கொஞ்சம் நல்லா பாதுகாப்பாக இருந்தனால கொஞ்சம் தைரியமாக நாங்கள் தொழில் செய்கிறோம். இப்போ சந்தோஷமாக மீன் பிடிச்சிட்டு சந்தோஷமாக வரோம். இப்போ அந்த பொருள் இருக்கிறதுனால
கடலுக்கு மீன் பிடிக்க போனால் இந்த கருவி எங்களுக்கு முக்கியமாக தேவைப்படுது. உயிருக்கு சேஃப்டி.
અમારા માછીઓ દરિયામાં દૂર સુધી ફિશિંગ કરતા હોય ત્યારે અમને બહુ ચિંતા રહેતી, કારણ કે એવું કોઈ એસ્ટિમેટ હતું નહીં. અત્યારે એસ્ટિમેટ આપવામાં આવ્યું છે તેનાથી ફિશરમેનને ઘણો ફાયદો થશે.
બોટને અમે ડાયરેક્ટ કોઈ મોબાઈલ દ્વારા બીચએફ દ્વારા કે કોઈ પણ રીતે અમે કોન્ટેક્ટ નથી કરી શકતા અને એના કારણે અમારે ઘણી બોટો ખોવી પડી છે, ઘણા માછીમારોને ખોવા પડ્યા છે, ઘણા એક્સિડન્ટનો સહન કરવા પડ્યા છે.
What sets the DAT apart from conventional signaling methods is its 24/7 long-range viability. Both the walkie-talkie and the mobile phone have a limited range. While the walkie-talkie can work anywhere, its range is limited to 5 to 10 kilometers. The mobile phone, on the other hand, depends on the location of the nearest tower and can send and receive signals around 10 kilometers away from it. Another widely used signal is the beacon, which is in some ways is similar to the DAT. Both use satellites and some beacons may also have GPS. However, the beacon uses cross-path circuit, which receives signals only when the satellite passes over the Indian Ocean. That is, for approximately 2.5 hours in a day. The DAT uses the indigenous INSAT-3A satellite, which picks up the signals from vessels within its footprint 24/7.
In my view, this particular thing is a unique SATCOM application demonstration program, and this will be relevant in the Indian context, where the coastline covers quite a bit of Indian landmass, and this will have immense application to the fisherman who cannot afford to have a very sophisticated gadgets, and this will provide an end use which is as per the requirement of the fisherman.
Precious lives and hard-earned property can be saved by using the DAT. Keeping in mind the end users, great care has also been taken to make the DAT cost-effective. After pricing, the next factor to consider is maintenance. It is a well-known fact that the busy fisherman has neither spare time nor resources to spend. Hence, maintenance has been kept to the minimum, mainly limited to the replacement of the lithium primary battery. The hardy little set, capable of withstanding the harsh marine environment, has an added advantage of being able to float in the water and can function even when upside down. Hence, a person who is already in a stressful situation need not struggle to set it upright before pressing the button. Its bright color adds to its visibility, so the distressed person can spot it easily. Another advantage of the DAT is that it is easy to mount. Big vessels may mount the set on the rooftop, while smaller boats may opt to mount it on a pole or on the mast at the convenient height. For those who have neither of these options, it may even be carried like a backpack. In an emergency, the backpack goes into the water along with the fisherman, and the buoyant little instrument continues to send its life-saving SOS as it floats in the water. Despite all these plus points, the scientists at ISRO continue to work hard to refine the product, and the set has already shrunk in size. Fishermen can look forward to even greater affordability and profitability in an already beneficial product. Thus, the DAT beautifully meets the needs of the fishermen as they ride the waves, reveling in the feeling of independence. Far away from human habitation, they know they are safe. Back home, their families need not count the hours till they return. They are sure that in case of an emergency, help is at hand. Safety at sea is no longer a pipe dream. It has become a reality.